Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I am the same your English teacher Miss Nurul Ain, and I am here with our lesson number 2. Okay students, our first lesson was about soft and hard sounds of C and G, and in order to make that lesson more effective, we have also revised the phonetic sounds of all the alphabets. Today, our lesson number 2 is about silent letters and diphthongs. Silent letters and diphthongs. So let's start first with silent letters. What do you mean by the word silent? Can you tell me, students? When we say just keep silence, that is the same thing of silent. Silent means not making any sound, not expressed aloud. What are silent letters? Silent letters are letters that appear in the spelling of words but don't make a sound. It means silent letters are those letters who are present in the word, but when we pronounce that word, the sound of that letter is missing. It is not missing, but it is not pronounced. There are so many words, there are so many letters which are silent in different words, but we will go for two words. Two letters will be there, and then related to that two letters, we will be having lots of the examples. First, we can say silent letters are letters that appear in the spelling of words but don't make a sound. It means it spell in one way but it pronounce in another way. They look one way but sound a different way. Silent B. At the level of grade 4, we are having silent B. We will go to discuss silent B, that where in which type of words we silent the sound of B. Rule number 1. The letter B is usually not pronounced after M at the end of a word. When there is a M after B, for example, look at the spelling of comb, C-O-M-B. It is after M. The B is coming after M. So we will make this B sound silent. We will pronounce it comb. We will not pronounce it comb. We will pronounce it comb. Now look at to the second word, bomb. Again there is M. So after M, B will be silent. Then thumb. We will not say thumb. We will say thumb, because we are having M, and after M there is B. So B will be silent. Then tom. Again M and B, T-O-M-B. So again here we will make this B silent. We will pronounce it tom. And lamp. We will not say lamp, we will say lamp. Again it is L-A-M-B. There is M, and after M we are having B. So we will make this B silent. That was the rule number 1 for the silent B, and you have to keep this in your mind. You can take out your rough notebook or whatever you want to take out, loose sheets or whatever, and try to write more 5 words. 5 words are given to you in this lesson, and try to write more 5 or 10 words with silent letter B in order to do practice of this rule. And what is the rule? The rule is that whenever there is M and B, there is M, and after M there is B in a word. So you will make that B silent. Rule number 2. B is usually not pronounced before the letter T. The same way M, the same way is of T. When there is T, we will not pronounce B. We will make it silent. B will not give us any sound. For example, It's D-O-U-B-T. Now there is D-O-U-B and then T. B is there first and then there is T. B is followed by T. So we will make it silent. Look at to the second example. D-E-B-T. Again the same case is there. B is followed by T. So we will make this B silent. Look at to the third example. S-U-B-T-L-E. So we will pronounce it subtle. We will not say subtle, no, wrong word. We will say subtle. So rule number 1 is that whenever B is followed by M, so you will make the B silent. Rule number 2, B is not usually pronounced before the letter T. Okay students, the second topic is diphthong. What is this word diphthong? What is a diphthong? The word diphthong comes from the Latin word diphthongus and the Greek word diphthongos, meaning having two sounds. One word, when we are having vowels in a word, so we go for the syllables. We divide the word into parts, and that is something related to it. Have a look. Diphthongs begin with one vowel sound and change to another vowel sound in the same syllable. How many vowels we are having? We are having 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. So if in one syllable, it is the rule that we are having one vowel in each part of the word. When we divide the part in a word into syllable, so we are having vowel in that syllable in each part. But here, what is the rule? The rule is diphthong begin with one vowel sound and change to another vowel sound in the same syllable. Your mouth position changes slightly through the vowel sound. It means you must be having two vowels. In one syllable, you must be having two vowels. So the sound starts with the first vowel and it will end and it will go through the sound of the second vowel. A diphthong is two vowel sounds in one. For example, very common example of diphthong is oil. What is the example? Oil. Look at the spelling of oil. O-I-L. O is vowel. I is also vowel. O and I, they are giving us the sound of oi. Oi. And when we will put L, so it becomes oil. The sound is starting with O and then it goes for I. Oi. So here it is oil. It's a very common example of diphthong. Whenever we talk about diphthong, so the first example which came to our mind is of oil. Very common example. The second word, coin. Again OI. Two vowels are there. In the same syllable, oil is the one syllable word. Same, the coin is a one syllable word. So it's mean we are having two vowels in this one syllable word. C-O-I-N, coin. Coin, the same, starting from O and then it goes for I, coin. Third one, dare. D-double-E-R, dare. Double vowels are there, dare. August, I, A-U. A is also a vowel, U is also a vowel. August. August, it's also giving us the sound of O. Pair, P-A-I-R. A is also a vowel, I is also a vowel. One syllable word and we are having two vowels and these are producing different sounds. And combinedly it gives us the sound, so we call it diphthong. What we call it? Diphthongs. These were the examples of diphthongs and that were our lecture number 2. Students, you have to do the practice of these rules of silent B. ठीक है, and also the practice of diphthong you people will do. Take care of yourself.